If you are a struggling Forex or currency trader, what I'm about to show you in this video will change your trading life forever. Let me show you what I mean. If you look right here, we're on the weekly time frame. Okay. You always want to look to the weekly chart because the weekly chart gives you a huge overall view of the way or the direction the market is moving. And based on that view, based on the overall buys that you receive on the weekly time frame, you can trade that particular week. Okay? Let me show you what I mean. If you look at these session lines, again, this represents 1 year of price data. So in between these lines is what is taking place so far in 2019. So what we like to do, we like to look at this weekly chart to tell us, on a week-to-week basis, which is the best way, or what do we think price will be doing. Okay? Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I look right here, I see price went up in 2019 and then it started to come down. You have a close below the 36 period moving average. That for me, it changed trend direction. It tells me that, hey, price is about to start going to the downside. Okay. For a couple weeks, price was kind of stagnant right here. I'm pretty sure it stopped some traders out. But then you get this momentum candle. Okay. Boom, right there. You get that momentum candle. That essentially tells you, hey, price is about to move to the downside. And based on the bias that we have in the market, we feel as if price is going to come retest this level of support for about 400 pips. Okay? So how do we get into this direction of the market? Right? This is where your 4-hour chart comes in. And on this strategy, guys, the only two time frames that you need is the weekly and the 4-hour time frame. That is it. You don't have to look at anything else. Okay, so what you want to do once you receive this signal, because remember this is a closed candle. Okay, this has already happened. We can't make any money off this candle right here, but what we can do, we can look at the upcoming week, the week that's coming up. All right, so look at that. That is the candle that we're currently trading, the week that's coming up. So let's go over to the 4-hour time frame. Let's find where we are. Here we go. Let's close that 2-hour gap that happens for the US traders. So here's what we would do. Now what we would be looking for is essentially a pullback to an overbought oversold condition on the oscillator. All right. Now, please guys, please don't start leaving me comments saying that overbought and oversold doesn't really exist in the markets. This is something that we already know. I refer to this location within our oscillators as overbought and oversold because that's common practice within the Forex market, and people understand this location as overbought and oversold. But we really know that overbought and oversold doesn't really exist in the market. But what you like to do is wait for price to pull up into an overbought oversold condition. Okay, this is a pullback. This could be profit taking. This could be slight reversal. Call it whatever you like. But this is a pullback into what I consider to be structure. Okay, once you get that pullback, all you have to do, guys, is wait for price to close below the 70% line on your oscillator, or if you're an experienced trader, you know this could be consolidation. See these last two blue candles? If you pan over to the 1 hour or 15-minute chart, this could be consolidation. This could be the banks building up orders, different things like that. But once it breaks out below this level and it gives you momentum to the downside, that is your entry to take the trade. You want to take the trade right here where the candle closes. Stop loss goes behind the previous high or low of the previous week. It all depends on which direction you're trading, and your first take profit is a 1-to-1, 137 pips the other way. When do we receive it? When do we get it? 137 pips right here. It took us about 3 weeks, 15 trading days to get this 137 pips, but hey, we hit it. Okay? Let's look at another example. Let's go to the USD JPY and let's go back over to the weekly time frame. Okay, Here we go. All right, so as you can see, I've already outlined the move down on the weekly time frame, right? So let me go ahead and clear that line out of the way, that trend line. Now, price came up 2019 as a pullback. It started the down move at the end of 2018, came back, pulled back into structure, right? There it is. That tells you right there, trend change, back in the direction of the overall trend. I want to go down. So what do I do from here? Remember, can't make any money off this candle. This candle gave us the signal. So we go over to the next trading week, which essentially doesn't exist yet. But what would we be looking for on this trading week? Go back to the 4-hour time frame. Patience, patience, patience. All right, here's the trading week. You come out. Look for your first overbought, oversold condition. There it is, right there. That's your close below. That's your candle, or essentially that candle. Okay? Either one. That's your entry right there. That's your entry. Yeah, I know we had all of this pullback, right? A lot of time entries aren't perfect. Even if you entered below this level, they came back, drug you into the trade and pulled it back. But what makes this trade profitable? Told you guys in the beginning. Where to set your stop loss and your take profit. If I go back to the high of the previous week, you can't hit what you can't catch. 161 pips take stop loss. Do I get to it? 160 pips? Oh yeah, close. We got to it. Took us a while. Eventually we got to it. 160 pips. Took us a few weeks, right? So where your patience comes in. You wait. You could hold, or you can hop out right here. The point that I'm making, guys, is that you can essentially make hundreds of pips in the market every week. It's all about your stop. It's all about trading the weekly momentum in the market. And of course, money management, your stop loss and take profit placement. Combine that with patience and understanding the strategy, you'll be a successful trader. Now, let me give you a live example of a trade that I'm in right now. And when I say, guys, you pull out hundreds of pips in the market every week, let me show you something. I'll show you what I have running right now using the same strategy. 144 pips right now. That's what I'm running in the market right now. Using that same strategy. I can close out right now, take 144 pips a week, and I will be happy with that. The only thing you have to do after that is just continuously build your trading account. Add money to your trading account. 144 pips or 143 pips on a $10,000 account is great every week, depending on your lot size. But over time, that $10,000 account is going to turn into a $50,000 account. Now you're talking about a whole different ball game. But let me give you guys a live example. Let me just clear that indicator, that pip counter off. I have a template, a new level training template. Let me show you guys a live trade that I'm running right now on the Euro USD. Weekly time frame, which weighs the momentum down. Indecision candle right there. I'm not up against a level of support or resistance. So essentially, this is just a slowdown. But I want to be trading to the downside. So what do? Go to the 4-hour. The week came out right here, down. This is my pullback. Show you guys something. High of the week. 50% level on the Fibonacci retracement. 50% level. Anything between a 38.2 50% shows really strong trend to the downside. It's just a retracement. Take that fib off. Retracement back into the level. Look at my entry. Right at the 36 period moving average to continue to go to the downside, which is in line with the weekly trend in the market. Guys, this strategy will help you pull hundreds of pips out of the market every week. If you don't learn any other strategy, if you learn this one, you'll be a successful Forex trader. Guarantee it. I guarantee it. Hey, if you learned anything from this video, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the page. Have a good day, guys.